All right, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the second part of lesson 1 in unit 6. We're talking about kind of decimals and places on the number line. So open up here to page 5 of your workbook. Before we did pages, we did pages 3 and 4 on the first part of the unit, and now we're looking at page 5 here. Okay, so on page 5, we'll start here with number 29. This is stuff to make you think. Okay, so complete the zoomed in number lines. And if you notice here, they've kind of changed the scale on us a little bit. So here's 0, and they go from 0 to 0.2. So the scale here is 0.2. Okay, so they went negative 0.2. The opposite of that would be positive 0.2, 0. Okay, and then you go 0.2 more, which is 0.4, and then 0.6. So you're just going by even numbers. So then on the opposite side here, we have negative 0.2, negative 0.4, negative 0.6, negative 0.8, negative 1.0 if you want, and then negative 1.2, negative 1.4, negative 1.6, negative 1.8, and negative 2.0. Okay, so you can kind of see here, it went 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and we keep that, we keep the 0 point on those, or we keep the decimal place there with it. Okay, here we've got 0.03 as our scale. So negative 0.03, 0, and then on the other side we have 0.03, and then 6. So 3, 6. So here you have negative 0.06. If you go 3 more, that's negative 0.09. So you got the 3, 6, 9, 12. Negative 0. Okay, 3 more. Then 12 would be 15, because we're going by threes here. 3 more would be 18. 3 more would be 0.21 negative. Okay, then you got negative 0.24. 3 more would be negative 0.27. And then negative 0.30, and then you got 0.33. Okay, so just make sure that we're going at the constant rate, okay, whatever that scale may be. Okay, here's a little bit harder one. You go from 0 to 0.7, so you're going by sevens here. So 0.7, 1.4, 2.1, 7 more would be 2.8. Because 21 plus 7 is 28. 28 plus 7 would be 35. So 3.5. Okay, and then 4.1. Now on the opposite side, we've already done most of this, so we just need to repeat it here on the other side. So you have negative 0.7, negative 1.4, negative 2.1. Okay, just copying it over here. Negative 2.8, negative 3.5, negative 4.2, and then negative 4.9. So all of those are multiples of 0.7. Use the number lines below to find it. Use the number lines below if you find them helpful. Okay, what number is halfway between 19.4 and 20? Okay, so they've got this spot right here is halfway, because you got 1 to the third, 1 to the third. So you're going to have to find a scale here that goes in between 19.4 and 20. So let's see here, 4, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 10. So this could be 19.5, 19.6, 19.7, 19.8, 19.9, and then 20.0. So the number halfway would be 19.7. Okay, 33. What number is exactly halfway between negative 7.3 and negative 6.7? So they have negative 6.7 here. Okay, and if we go halfway between, they don't have the other number over here. So we're going to have to figure out maybe a scale that works for us here. So if I go down by 0.1, okay, this is 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. Sorry, I went the wrong way. We're going up because it's negative. So 0.7, 0.8, this is negative 6.8, negative 6.9, negative 7.0, negative 7.1, negative 7.2, negative 7.3. Okay, so 0.3 and 6.7. So halfway in between. So we're going here, here, right here. So negative 7.0. Okay, you could also think of it this way. Okay, this is a different way you can think of it. Let's forget the decimal for just a second. And you have, let me write on some scrap paper here. Okay, let's say you have the numbers 73, negative 73 and negative 67. Okay, what number is halfway between those? Okay, well, negative 70 would be that number because it's 3 spaces to negative 73 and it's 3 spaces to negative 67. But these had decimal points right here and right here, so this one would also have a decimal point right there. Okay, so this is still kind of on a number line, but we don't have to write all the extra numbers in there. What number is exactly halfway between 4.42 and 4.5? Okay, well, we got 4.42, 4.43, 4.44, 4.55, sorry, 4.45, 4.46, 4.47, 4.48, 4.49, and 4.50. Okay, so it's almost asking you, you have 442 and 450. So if we ignore the fours for a second, what number is halfway between 42 and 50? Well, there's 8 spaces in there. So 4 spaces in would be halfway. So 42 plus 4 would be 46. So let's check that. So add that 4 on there. So 4, 46, which turns into 4.46 if you add the decimal back in. So let's see here. Start on each end, 442, 450. Okay, so you go 1, 2, 3. That one right there is the 4th number in, which is what we found right there as well. Okay, number 35. Name 3 possible values for A if 6.89 is less than A is less than equal to 6.94. 6.89 less than A less than equal to 6.94 means that A is between 6.89 and 6.94, including 6.94. So 6.94 can be on that list because it's got that little equal sign to it. Okay, so if we ignore the 6's, you need a number between 89 and 94. So 6 point and then a number between 89 and 94. 90 works. and then 6 point, and then pick a number. We could say 93. Okay. Name 3 possible values for C if negative 11.5 is less than C is less than negative 11.4. Okay, so this is 50 and 40. So each one will have negative 11 point. And then I can't include the 0.5 or the 0.4 because there's no equal sign. So now I just need to write a number between 40 and 50. So we could say 42, 43, and 49. Okay, so you kind of need to add those extra numbers in there to really see what we're looking at. All right, so 37 through 40 are some of those okay, so number 37 here, I'm odd. Okay, so this is some of the older problems that we've had before. Okay, so you kind of need to make a list of possible numbers here. So I'm odd, which means this number over here is a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. My hundreds digit is 2. So this is a 2 right there. So we got that one taken care of. We got that one taken care of. My units digit is greater than my tens digit. Okay, so this number here is bigger than this number. My tens digit is twice my hundreds digit. So here's a hundreds digit. 2 times that is 4. So that's 4. So we got that one. My units digit is greater than my tens. So that, because this is 4, you can't have a 1 or a 3 there. So it's 5, 7, or 9. My units digit is a perfect square. Remember, we've talked about perfect squares before. Perfect squares are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. Okay. Like 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, all of those. Okay, so 9 here is the only perfect square in that list now. So you get 249. Okay, number 8, I am even. So that means this units digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. My tens digit is a perfect square. So that means it's 1, 4, or 9. My units digit equals my hundreds digit. So whatever this number is also. I am less than 400. So that means this number cannot be 4 or above. Okay, it could only be 3, 2, 1, or 0. So this could be 0, 2. Okay, and if it's 0, we really wouldn't have that digit there. So if this is 0, 2, this has to be 0 or 2. My tens digit is greater than 4. So it can't be a 1 or a 4, so this is a 9. And really, this cannot be a 0. If it was a 0, I wouldn't even have a digit there. So this has to be 2, and this has to be 2 because my units and my hundreds match. Okay? So make sure you're just making a list of possible values. Who am I? All of my digits are even. So that's 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. My hundreds digit is 4 times my units digit. Okay, well, if this is 0, that means this would 4 times 0 is 0. I don't want a 0 there. So if this is 2, 4 times 2 is 8, so that would be 8. If this is 4, 4 times 4 is 16, that couldn't be 16 right there. So this must be a 2, and this must be an 8. My 3 digits all add up to 10. Well, 8, 9, 10, it already adds up to 10. So that means that number, or the tens place, must be a 0. Okay, and the last one here. Who am I? All of my digits are different and odd. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And none of them are the same. My hundreds digit is my largest digit, and my units digit is my smallest digit. So biggest, smallest. My units digit is bigger than 1. Okay, so it's not 1. Okay, so it's 3, 5, 7, 9. And my hundreds digit is less than 9. So it is 7, 5, 3, or 1. Okay, so it'll kind of, they're not the same, right? So, and this is the biggest number, and this is the smallest number. But let's see here. If I start here at 7, okay, and this is the smallest one, let's say 3, that means this could be 5, 5. This cannot be a 1. This cannot be a 9. So it kind of separates. This is the biggest number. Okay, so it cannot be a 1 because 1's the smallest number. This units digit is the smallest number, so it cannot be a 9. Well, if you look here, I only have 3 digits left, and I have 3 spots. I have 7, 5, and 3. 7, 5, and 3. Well, out of that, the biggest number is 7. The smallest number is a 3. So 5 is the only number left. Okay, because we've kind of reduced the numbers that I could have, because we couldn't have a 1 and we couldn't have a 9. Okay, that ends it for Unit 3, Lesson 1. Your additional practice on page 6, hopefully you've already started, okay? And you can get that finished up and get the quiz taken, and we will see you in Unit 3, Lesson 2. Thanks for watching.